So, I was fired over a false customer complaint. Now, my job was nothing crazy. I worked as the manager of a little restaurant in my area. But I mean, really, I was a manager, cook, and dishwasher because they refused to hire anyone for the back of the house, so it was always me back there. Key detail being that I was always back there. So, what was the complaint, you're probably wondering? Well, they said that I had been up front, personally denying them service to the restaurant multiple times. So, obviously, not only does this not make sense because I was running a 4 station cook line by myself while also doing all the cleaning, but it makes even less sense because they claimed I did it multiple times within recent succession. So, since this obviously wasn't true, I was like, I have no idea who they are or what they're talking about, and I asked my hire managers to check the cameras to find footage that would prove that I'd never spoke to them. But of course, they had covered the cameras with decorations like complete idiots, and rather than stand up for me after the 2.5 years of working 45 plus hour a week shifts with no off days ever unless physically too sick to stand, they pressured me to try to step down and take a 66% pay cut or be fired on the spot. And after nearly 3 years of working constantly and bending over backwards for them in that moment, I grabbed my things and I left. But now what? Out of a job on a random weekday with no plans? Well, I had no idea really. And for months I just kind of applied places with no luck. Completely jaded to the corporate world we found ourselves in after 3 years of a company taking advantage of and screwing over me and many other of the other employees that I worked with, it all just kind of felt hopeless. So I did what I'm sure many others can relate to. I just quit trying. Stopped bothering putting in application after application to places that couldn't care less if we were anything but a drone for profits. And after that, I was left with a decision of what to do. And I can't really say I figured out what that correct path is by any means, but it left me to think, what do you want? And after a few months, the answer just kind of came to me. Stop worrying about the destination. Don't do things for some vague idea of success or because it's what you're supposed to do. Just do things because it never hurts to try. Even if it doesn't really work out, you know? So, what should I try? I thought. And I decided, what if I chased my earliest dreams? When I was younger, my two biggest dreams were to make a game of my very own and to become a YouTuber that really engages with the community. A few months before I was fired, I had taken up the process of learning Unreal Engine and beginning the learning process of C++ so that I could one day code that game that I had always dreamed up since my earliest memories. I've currently spent the last 2 decades writing and expanding on the idea for that game, and I would make sure it wouldn't go to waste. I had already posted clips of my pre-deving to catalog my journey learning, so why not follow both paths at the same time? Ever since, I've revived my channel from being a small dead gaming channel with almost no viewers to a growing channel with an amazing community of diverse and interesting people from across the world. I've made it my goal to learn and improve at editing and content creation as a whole, to push myself through any obstacles and remove the idea of giving up from my arsenal, to build a community I can one day share that vision with. Now, I really have no expectations of becoming the next Moist Critical or anything so grand. I'm not expecting to blow up and become massive or anything like that, but life's really too short to worry about failure or achieving the right kind of success. For me, every bit of growth made is that success, and every goal accomplished is just one more reason to push a little bit harder. Not really sure if this video has a theme or message, but if it's anything, it's to try that thing you've always thought about but never given a chance, or to double down on that thing you've never really given your all. This is mostly just a Yap video, but if you enjoyed it, I would always appreciate a like and a follow. My next goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I'd love to welcome you into our small community. Now, this isn't going to be a very long video, but I don't really like to bullshit, so I just wanted to cut straight to the point. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this situation or the wider problems of the workforce, and if you're like me, you're probably so jaded you're desperate to not be stuck in that haze forever. And that's really a big part of what finally pushed me to start learning game design, so that I can hopefully end up in a career I actually enjoy. The footage in the background of this is from an indie game called Bloodthief, and it, along with its developer, were a huge inspiration for me as well to really believe a project like that could work. Now, It'll be a long while before I and those that have decided to work with me can really make or put out anything to be that proud of. But if you enjoy gaming content, I play many of the games that will inspire my work as a developer going forward on the channel. We just recently completed the 100% achievements for the entire Dark Souls trilogy and streamed the results, and I've also since begun editing them down into little videos for people to watch as well. So if any of what I said appeals or resonates with you, check out some of my other videos. And if it's not for you, I understand, and good luck going forward. But if you enjoy, we'd love to have your support. No matter what though, I wish the best for everyone who watched this far into the video, and I'd love to hear your terrible work stories down in the comments below. But thank you all for watching, and I will leave you to enjoy the following footage.